Welcome to Outlier on Air. We are here at the Silicon Beach Fest at the cross-campus co-working space, and inside we've got a great vibe of entrepreneurs and startups who are learning from each other, from mentors. And we just bumped into Sumant and Adam from Syncapart, and they're going to tell us just a little bit about their startup, which is in the early phase, from what I understand.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. So, if you tell me just a little bit
Sure.
about what you're doing.
Sure. Syncapart is essentially a platform to make the lives of actors and performers easier. So in terms of time management, helping them find new jobs, grow their career, sort of things of that nature. Essentially bringing kind of an antiquated industry into the modern world.
Okay, so how did this come about, Adam? My understanding of the story
In
here.
the last decade, I've actually been working in ad tech, and I learned a lot through that experience. But in the last 3 years, I actually pursued a part-time career in acting. Just kind of researching and learning about it, and I realized how antiquated and broken the industry was. And I realized that, hey, you know what? There's a lot of stuff out there that we can bring to improve the experience. I got tons of friends in the industry, a lot of friends out here in LA. One of the reasons why we're moving out here.
Yeah.
And you know what? Whatever I can do to help that industry make their life better and my life better from an acting perspective, I think that's our overall goal.
Cool. So you, having been on the acting scene, what solution right now are people using, are actors using to get jobs? Is it just only through an agent, really?
Well,
or?
you know, I think it depends what level they are.
Okay.
You know, a lot of actors who come out here are wide-eyed, don't have any agents, and they're non-union, so they're on Casting Network, they're on Access, Actors Access, and other breakdown services. Other actors who do have agents usually just work through the agents. I would say it's a process that you got to grind. You know, you got to work at it like anything.
So it's really a relationship business.
It's a relationship business for sure.
But how does this platform really add to that and really help with that, Smart?
Yeah, so I think one of the interesting parts, if you look at most other industries, is that data has played a pretty big role in how an industry has changed. So similarly, we look at acting and performers the same way. You know, you go to an audition, you go, submit your profile, but you never hear it back. What if you had insights around that? Hey, maybe you should be applying for these kinds of parts. Maybe you should really be talking to this casting director because he likes your role better. But using the data and analytics to basically increase their chance of getting casted or getting a job. And that's where we really see an opportunity on both sides, even from the casting director's end. No one wants to get 1,000 headshots. You really want to get 50 headshots that are really relevant to what you want.
Right.
So
it'll help the actors and the performers to really sift through to find the right folks to send those
ultimately, we want to help improve their decision-making process.
Okay. Is there something in place already for this, or is this new?
This is
a new idea?
Yeah,
I would say.
I know, exactly. When you listen to it, you're like, wow, this sounds
like... Why does this not exist?
Exactly. And I think this is, again, very sort of similar to the job world where you have recruiters, you have LinkedIn, etc., kind of ancillary industry, and it's how it's sort of bringing this industry into that world.
Okay, so what phase are you in right now? Are you still in idea phase, or how?
We're in a development phase.
Yeah, so
okay.
We're building it out. Probably in like 2 months, maybe it'll be out.
So we should be ready for alpha in roughly September, late August, September. We're building our alpha list right now.
Great.
We have some great, actually B-list and A-list celebrities that are on board to potentially advise us and promote us.
That's one of the perks of working with actors.
Yeah, you're right here in the heart of it. That's
Absolutely. Great. And I think another cool feature that we have that we're really excited about is our relevancy engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hopefully going to provide better relevancy across the board.
Absolutely. Yeah. So tell me about the process to get to launch. What's the timeline and what's the cost? Can you tell me?
Yeah, so the cost, obviously the cost is confidential.
Besides your blood, sweat, and tears.
I mean, the way we've kind of approached this startup, which I think is our startup philosophy in general, is it's sell, then build.
Okay.
Before we started building the product, we really spent a lot of time meeting actors, meeting sort of people in the industry to say, okay, what is the solution? Because it's really easy to just go out there and build something and say, hey, I think this is the perfect solution.
Yeah.
So we actually spent more time talking to people, and now we're actually building, which is actually, in my opinion, is the easier part.
Right.
It's really trying to figure out what do you want to go to market with, who do you want to talk to.
Yeah.
So I'd say, in total, it takes about, if you spend most of your time talking, not building, I would say it takes about 6 months to basically go from zero to launch.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, well, I think Sumant and I are unique team. Him and I have been working together for the last 5 years.
Okay.
So we know each other very well.
Yeah.
We know where our strengths are, what our weaknesses are, so we're able to complement each other.
Great.
So that's why we have such an accelerated timeline, and we're very productive. I would say that what we've done in 6 months is what most people might take about a year and a half for R&D on.
How many of you have heard entrepreneurs on Outlier on Air say to focus on your strengths and outsource the things that you don't have time for or that are not the most strategic activities for you to be doing? How many of you are trying to be your own web designer? Wouldn't you love a beautiful, stunning website that reflects your personal or company brand and engages your customer? Are you spending valuable time trying to figure it out and fiddle with WordPress? Well, no more. It's time to outsource that baby to the experts. At Outlier, we have teamed up with Flitch Creative, a web design company that we trust, who actually we use to build outliermagazine.co. The guys at Flitch Creative have experience with solopreneurs, startups, podcasters, YouTubers, and tons of businesses. So they've put special packages together for the Outlier audience specifically geared toward entrepreneurs. Because of the size of the Outlier audience, Flitch has priced these packages at a very affordable rate for you. I challenge you to find the same quality for these prices. So stop spending your valuable time on your site and focus on the activities that are going to make you successful. Go to outliermagazine.co, click on resources up at the top, and choose the web package that's right for you today.
So is your background development?
Yeah, so I'm a product manager, and Adam has done BD and sales.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So complementary skill sets. What do you use for the coding? Who do you use for that?
Yeah, so we have our CTO as well. So
Okay.
we have a CTO.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a technical co-founder as well.
All right, that's
and he does a lot of the development, and yeah.
Okay, does he do it all, or does he have a small team, or?
Yeah, so right now we have a small graphic design team and a
Okay.
front-end team, but sort of the core, again, as Adam mentioned, is really around building this relevancy and really looking at sort of these listings and data to understand what's going on.
See, the interesting part about this industry is that we're taking tech and we're applying to a relationship industry versus trying to turn an industry into a tech industry. And I think this, when you try to move an industry or disrupt it, you can't do it with quick change. It has to be gradual, especially in an older industry. So
Right. Yeah.
that's what we're trying to do with Balance right now.
You know, it's really interesting just talking to a lot of these startups here. They're not necessarily all tech startups, but they're using technology to enhance an industry that maybe is not familiar or utilizing tech the way that they could be.
Yep.
So really interesting. So we have entrepreneurs from all over the world, outliers who are busting it, you know, just trying to get their idea out there. A lot of them tech founders. What advice do you have for them?
I would say sell then build, honestly. I think that's the most, and I've done, 2 other startups before, and I think it's so easy to sit in a room and really, build out a product, envision a product, but it's really just talking to people and really understanding what they want. And I think that's something that, we as tech people at least, we'd rather not talk and build.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually, a huge mistake. You should actually start talking really early on. Yeah. And, this whole perception of sort of, if I talk to someone, what's going to happen, etc. It's, don't worry about it. If you talk to someone, most likely than not, they'll actually help you out.
If I have anything to add to that, it's all about the team, less about the idea. Remember that. And the other one is anything you do, whatever you decide to pursue, make sure you're passionate about it. We've had other concepts we've tried to pursue, but we just realized we're just not as passionate for it. And obviously, to me, this is a very passionate project. So, 150%, 150 miles per hour. We're going through it.
Wow, fantastic. Well, I appreciate you
Cool.
sharing your
Thanks a
project
lot.
with us. Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, and how can we get in touch with you? Sorry, I'd like to know your...
Yeah, so it's SUMANT at
Okay.
Syncapart. It's SYNCAPART.com.
Okay, and is that the URL where we can watch for in September?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's we have
There's a landing page,
out
yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, so syncapart.com.
Okay.
My email is adam@syncapart.com.
Okay, fantastic. Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.